Previously on How Polly Survived.
It's Final 5. I made Final 4. I have my idol. I withheld it. I bluffed the expiration, and now I can play and I guarantee my spot in the Final 4. I'm one challenge away from getting to the end and possibly winning. I know I have votes on the jury. I know it's gonna be hard for me to win, but I know I have votes. I know I have anti-votes, but I have votes to win. And I hope that those people can sway the jury my way. I'm counting on Benji and Sophia right now. I know they would vote for me over anyone else because of the amount I put into their relationship with me in the game and just outside the game too, being my friends.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Final 5. I am so excited! Oh my god, oh my god! Wait. Oh, I'm gonna get dizzy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Not trying to get medevaced right now. Whoa, okay. Dude, Final 5. There has been 20 players in this season. That's 19 other players that could have taken me out. But they didn't. There's been Nathan, Hugh, Dylan, Derek, Kayla, all these threats. And I'm still in the game. Oh my god. That's actually insane. Like, I did not think I would make it this far. And I literally see my path to the end. Like, we'll get into that later, but oh my god.
You are looking at your future fire-making winner. I'm manifesting this because I'm gonna win fire if it comes down to it. But first I'm gonna win the challenge, and this will just be a little souvenir because I have so much fire in this game that I will win this season. I'm the only one actually playing, and the fire in my heart is representative of the fire of my life in this game, because I'm gonna win.
Okay, I made a little web, and I'm at the center of it, of course. So first we've got Derek. He's got nobody else in the game to turn to at this point. Like, now that I've gotten Q out, he's left with me, so I can use that. And then we've got Dylan, who wrote my name down last time. We have an interesting relationship now, but I don't know. He's just there, but I still have that connection with him. And then we have me, Marco, and Michaela on lock because everybody wants to take these two to the end, but they feel the best about me. So I'm literally so well insulated. Like, literally since the beginning, I've tried to carve my path to the end to make it so that the people left in the game are people that feel good on me and would not turn on me. So yes, I could have gotten Derek out like a long time ago, but why would I get somebody out who I know is never gonna turn on me? Like, wouldn't you rather prioritize safety than, like, I don't know, looking good to the jury? I don't know.
Although I want to win the final immunity challenge, if I don't win and I do get sent to fire and I win fire, that's a really good look for me and a poor look for Brenna, because why would she send me to fire? So I need to figure out how I can win one of these next 2 challenges. And for me right now, that's just practicing and grinding it out. I have no more idols to look for, so I have time to do things like this puzzle. But I'm so close to the end. I really want to win, and I know it's gonna be hard for me to win, but I just want to get there. And if I don't win, I do want Brenna to win, and the season is for one of us.
Come on in. Our final 5. Well, after 8 weeks of gameplay, Derek, Brenna, Marco, Michaela, Dylan, one of you 5 standing in front of me in just exactly a week will be crowned the winner of this season of Cal Poly Survivor. I'm sure you guys are anxious and want to know your next immunity challenge. You guys ready to see what the next challenge is?
Yeah.
First things first, I'm going to take back immunity for the second time, Kayla. Once again, even though it's broken, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you're going to be tested on all of the previous season knowledge that you have for this season. Major events, vote-offs, important stuff that happened in the game. You will get an individual poster on my go. You will run into the other room where there will be several cups face down. Your goal, lift the cup, find a unique name. When you find a unique name, come back in here, put it on your puzzle. Your goal is to put everyone's name so they fill out the web connections puzzle. The first person to yell check and get the correct puzzle wins immunity, safe from the vote. The losers will go to tribal council where somebody will be 17th person voted out and the 9th member of our jury. You guys ready to get started? We'll draw for spots and we'll get started. Here we go. Final 5, immunity challenge. Winner wins the most important immunity of the season. Survivors ready? Go!
Marco, no way.
Nobody's flipping their puzzle over right now.
I'm scared of Dylan.
Who called you?
This is a first rendition of this challenge. Marco's going to try and get started on his puzzle. What strategy do you go for? You grab every single cup.
Hold on, who got this?
They already out to a bad start. You can think of what really is.
I forgot about this one.
I'm so bad with that.
That's where to go, Dylan. Okay, Stash.
And a lot of cups. Make sure you don't get your guys' cups mixed up with anybody else's. Once you get a couple names down, you will start to see the puzzle flesh out. You will know when you are correct. There is only one solution to this puzzle. Make sure your puzzle is correct, because I will take a while to check it. It's not an easy puzzle to check. 20 names, 20 possibilities, 20 factorial combinations for this puzzle for being a nerd out here. We got Derek has a majority of his cups down. He's just double checking his work at this point. Marco almost lost in this challenge. Calculus of experience coming into a huge play now at this stage of the game. Derek's down to like 1 or 2 cups left. He's double checking once again. Yes. Derek thinks he has it. Keep working, guys. That is incorrect. Keep working. Derek thought he had it. Someone is going to win this challenge, however long it takes. Kayla gonna go into the other room trying to find another cup she might have missed. Marco really trying to think.
I'm trying.
Marco's openly saying he's struggling. What you mean? Four different colored cups throughout the game. What do you mean?
They're red. We have red against the white. Red or blue. Combination of and then you have to be red at least, but then red you can't be red. You can red at least twice or blue twice.
Wait, I have
Wait.
Check.
Dylan thinks he has it. Dylan, do you want to go to Final Four? I do. Dylan wins!
Yeah, individual immunity for the third time this season! Even after a huge mess up, what an incredible feat!
I want to look, yeah.
No, because I still like when these two were switched, I was just like, wait, everyone on Gemstone the first was this one, but you can't have 4 different coin drops when like
I got this one.
Alright, after an intense challenge, Dylan wins his third individual immunity of this season. Dylan, safe at the next tribal council, cannot be voted out of this game. As for one of the 4 of you, after 8 whole weeks of playing this game, one of you guys will be the 17th person voted out of this game and the 9th member of our jury. An important note though, the next meeting will be our official last survivor meeting. That means we will have our finale decided, the people that will be pleading their case at final tribal council. That means it's our last double episode, baby. At the next meeting, we're gonna have the final 5 tribal council jump into the final 4 immunity and immediately vote somebody out of this game where we will have 3 people left. Once again, it's a final 4 vote, not fire making, unless you guys tie it, obviously. But after that day, we will have our final 3, and one of you 3 on Thursday, next Thursday, will be crowned as the sole survivor of Cal College Survivor Legends Pursuit. I wish you guys the best of luck. Go back home, strategize. I'll see you guys next time. Congratulations, Dylan.
thank you.
I wish I had a genie right now so I could be granted 3 wishes, because here's what they would be. Not let Dylan have individual immunity, get Dylan Lee voted out at the next tribal council, and not let Dylan make final 3. Because here's the thing, I've got a bone to pick with him. We just called for like maybe 15 minutes. He FaceTimes me out of the blue, and I was supposed to be studying, but I'm like, you know what? I'll strategize. I'll take time out of my day to strategize. It's Survivor. I'll do it. And I was saying like how stressed I am, like for this next vote, and just like, I don't know, kind of looking for like reassurance and to like see what he would say. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm chilling. Like I have individual immunity. I'm like, oh yeah, that must be nice. And he's like, like maybe you should learn how to win individual immunity. I'm like, I'm sorry, did you just call me incompetent? Like, also, I'm sorry, did you last 30 minutes in the endurance challenge? No, you did not. I'm pretty sure you were like first or second out, so you should watch what you say. So I'm like, this man totally sees me as like a weak girl and probably like super dumb and incompetent. Like, excuse me? We actually blindsided you at the last tribal council. You thought I was going home. No, I'm still very much in the game, thank you, and I plan to beat you. Hopefully.
The game has been going on for 9 weeks and we have 5 days left, which is insane. This is crazy. I've made it 9 weeks. I've made it to the final 4, and all it takes is one more challenge. And I'm so close. I put so much work into this game. And if I look back at the game I've played, I'm so proud of the way I've played. The first vote, we could have easily gone for Joshua, but I was pushing for Chloe because I knew Chloe was the smartest move. And I wasn't going to play scared again. I was going to make a move in the beginning. It didn't make sense for me to take out Joshua. Joshua was an easier shield for me once we get to a swap or a merge. And what happened? Both times Joshua got voted out, he got voted out before me because he was there as a shield for me. Keeping Chloe in adds another social player. It gives more power to players like Brenna, who have Chloe on her side, and to Hugh. So I kept pushing for Chloe, and that was my move. I connected the timeline. I got Brooke to flip, and she got Joshua. I needed Chloe out of the game, and that's what happened. And then we look at the challenges, and I put all of my effort in. We were not anywhere close in the first challenge if it were not for me. The second challenge, I completed the puzzles. I worked ahead of time to try to get the other tribe, the Outlast tribe, to help us because we both wanted to survive one more tribal council. The third challenge, the tree puzzle, I was the only person out of all the remaining players to finish the tree puzzle because I was the only one to actually finish it. But that was where I made my mark. I finished the ring toss, I got to the tree puzzle, I solved the tree puzzle, but before then, I went straight over to Michaela and I said, Michaela, whichever tribe finishes first, can we help the other? Because we both finished the ring toss at the same time. And that's exactly what I did. I finished the tree puzzle, I went over and helped them exactly what pieces go where, and as soon as I finished with that, I did something strategic that set me up for the rest of the game. I went over to Brenna and said, Brenna, does this make up for me voting out Chloe? And when she said yes and I explained the vote to her, I knew I could trust her. And that's how our number one in the alliance started to form. And the swap is where I changed the culture of the season. The culture of the season wasn't defined yet, since the first 2 votes could have been seen as easy votes, and the newbie votes didn't say anything about the game. There was no big moves to change the culture of the season to something like voting blocks or big move territory. I changed the culture of the season during the scavenger hunt challenge when I put all of my effort in, staying up all night, doing water balloon tosses, card shuffles, the tri-tip challenge, half marathon. I was doing these tasks. And while I was doing these tasks, I was pushing the narrative that we're here to have fun and make friends. And that's what I did because I knew that I would stay insulated with the Corralitos 7 group. And I was mainly the reason that we won that challenge. No one else was able to do most of those tasks. I put all my effort in and I bonded myself to people. And that's where I started making the alliances that set me up for the rest of the game. I had Sophia with the challenges and I had Brenna, and Brenna and I formed a really close bond. I told her everything about my game because I knew honesty is what she values, and if I told her everything, she would know that she could trust me in the future. She had a perception of me going into the season that she couldn't trust me, that I was this snaky and chaotic player, and I changed that perception. And I changed that perception with everyone I played with.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've been paranoid like all day. Like POV, I'm making frappuccinos, but I'm thinking about like getting blindsided. Like, I don't know. Just the fact that it's Final 5, like, all the people left in this game right now are my friends. So it's gonna hurt more if I get blindsided. Okay, but it's not even a blindside because I would see it coming. Like, I am expecting everything and anything right now. But I texted Marco this morning and I said, has Dylan tried to get you to flip on me at all? Because he tried to get Michaela too. And then today at 4, he says, no, not yet, but he's probably gonna try later tonight when I call him. I don't wanna make the mistake of not flushing Derek's idol though. I'm good with the 2-2-1 though, like trust, Dylan ain't getting you. I'm down to bet Derek's idol is a bluff. It's not. I had a call right now with Michaela and told her about the 2-2-1 vote and she's down for it too. Like trust, this game ain't that serious to me. I for real just want someone to beat Derek, so make sure to beat him. Also, tonight on call with Dylan, I'm gonna tell him to vote Derek. I'm calling him at 8. If you can call after that, let me know. I wanna flush this idol no matter what. So I'm like, okay, maybe Marco's not gonna turn on me. Like, maybe I'll be okay. But, I don't know. I just hope Michaela doesn't. I don't know how tight she is with Dylan. I know she doesn't like Dylan in this game, but I don't know if there's like a little season 1 alliance thing going on. I don't know, but at least I have Marco.
And during this entire pre-merge, I had information that no one else had. I had Brooke's letter that was willed to me. Brooke put my game in before hers, and we had that connection where she wanted me to do well, so she willed me a letter with the dynamics of the Gypsum 2.0 tribe, and that's largely how I based my gameplay in the early merge portion of the game. I wanted immunity because I wanted to take a shot at Nathan without me being able to get swung back at. Because if I swung at Nathan and I missed, I could be the one going home. So I made sure to win the immunity challenge. There were 13 people and I beat them all to win that necklace. And Nathan went home. I wanted to get one of the big targets out, Nathan, Dylan, or Hugh, and I made sure Nathan was the one to go. But Nathan and I still had a good connection where he told me he would vote for me to win if I get to the end, and I was counting on that. And as Nathan was the first member of the jury, he only sees the game from the jury bench, so I knew that I had to start being flashy. And once he started saying that I was the biggest threat, my threat level was rising, and I found out that Liam and Lizeth began targeting me. And at the split tribal, I once again won immunity because I knew it would be the smartest for me to be safe. I didn't have an idol at that point, but I wanted to make sure that no matter what happens, I'm safe and nothing can turn back around on me. So during the split tribal, I knew that I would rather have Dylan going, but once Brenna wanted Joshua to go, I thought it'd be smarter for me to solidify my alliance with her and my relationship with her in the game. And if I let her have that move, she would know that I'm someone she can really go far with and really trust no matter what. And the final 9 vote was one of the biggest moves of the season. We had 2 different factions, 4 on each side. We had Hugh, Dylan, Benji, and I, and we had Brenna, Michaela, Sophia, and Marco with Alex in the middle. Both sides were fighting for her. And she was putting out my name and Sophia's name. I still want Sophia in the game even though we weren't working together at that moment. So I made sure to bring Sophia in and bring Benji in, bring Brenna in to create a 4-3-2 plan to get Alex out. And I technically would be able to save my idol, but it was not worth the risk of going home with an idol to keep it and make it to Final 8 with an idol. And Brenna went haywire and didn't follow the plan without telling me first. And that made me start to lose a bit of trust in her. And if we had a weekend vote and it wasn't a double, Sophia would stay and I would have a really good position in the game. But because it was a double and I wasn't willing to let Hugh go, which is one of my big mistakes, Sophia went. But I still think that's a win for my game because I just chose a side. I chose Hugh and Dylan. Why should I flip again? It didn't make sense for me in that moment. Even when I got votes, I had people who were protecting me over Sophia. And that's because of my social game.
Okay. These are my jury scenarios. Okay, I'm actually so mad that Dylan got immunity because I really wanted to take him out right after Hugh. But it's fine. Maybe we can get him in the double tribal. As long as he doesn't win immunity again. God. Must be nice winning immunity. So in the scenario that it's me, Michaela, and Derek. Also, Michaela's coming to the end with me. Like, she's in all the scenarios. She's coming to the end. So for me, Michaela, and Derek, I think Nathan would get Derek's vote, Joshua would do Derek, Sophia maybe, Benji is a wild card, Hugh, another wild card. Wait, let me fix this. Okay. And then I think it could be a possible 5-5 tie, which would make Michaela the 11th member of the jury, and she would choose me, so it would lead to a dub. Or a 6-4 if Hugh votes for me. Same with Benji. I don't really know. I don't know where the jury's at, for sure. But in the scenario of me, Michaela, and Dylan, low-key a clean sweep. 9-1, because I know Hugh would vote for Dylan. And then in me, Michaela, and Marco, unless Joshua and Alex vote Marco, straight clean sweep. So, I don't know. It's looking pretty good for me. As long as I can make it past this next vote and the one after that. But I just want to make Final 3. Like, I just want to get there. And then I can cook.
The final 7 vote with Benji going home, no one was telling me the truth, and I figured it out. I told Brenna right before the vote, this is what's happening. You need to switch your vote. And she wasn't playing a loyal game. And she claims she plays the most loyal game. And I want people to call her out because who is she loyal to? She can't be loyal to everyone. And she said she was loyal to Benji, but she wasn't. And I figured out I needed to play my idol. And although the revote didn't go my way, and people flipped on me, I still knew what was happening because I can figure out when people are lying. And Hugh was not telling me the truth. And I gave him so many opportunities to tell me the truth, but he didn't. And that's when Hugh needed to go. I realized he was playing me, and he was playing me emotionally where I couldn't see it. I had my blinders on. And at the next vote, he had to go. And I knew I was the next one to be voted out if I didn't win immunity, and I lost immunity. And that was a horrible feeling. I thought all hope was lost. But when an idol was released the next day, I got to work. I had my map ready. I was in the UU at 3 a.m. mapping out all the locations, figuring out where exact trees were that idols could be hidden, exact rocks, where were different landmarks and statues, and sculptures. How could I find this idol? And as soon as it was the crack of dawn, I went out and I looked. I was looking over in every tree, under every rock. I was going to find the idol, and I did. And at the final 6, I could have played it to keep myself safe, but I didn't want to lock my spot into the final 5. I locked my spot in the final 4, and I did that by myself. Brenna tries to claim that, but no. I intended to send the idol to everyone, to give myself implicit immunity. But then I knew it would be smarter to bring Brenna in on the plan first, because with me being her strongest connection, and her having others, I knew I could use her in that moment to get myself safe. And how I did that was I stressed her out a bit. When we were talking about all the different scenarios that could happen, I really pushed that this could be a 2-2, Brenna. It could be one of us going. And in that moment, when I said that, I went over to my backpack. I say, Brenna, I'm not scared for me. I pulled on my idol. I'm scared for you. And I made sure she knew that she had to keep me safe and make sure the votes were off me and onto someone else. And at this vote, for me, it's taking out one of my ops. It's Marco or Dylan, and Dylan's safe, so Marco has to go. Plus, I do see this as a win because I need to beat Brenna by splitting the votes. If I'm in Final Tribal, I do think I get at least 4 votes. I'm fighting for Liam and Lizeth because I'm not getting Alex probably. I'm not going to get Marco. I'm not going to get Dylan or Michaela. So I need the votes to split between Brenna and Michaela or Brenna and Dylan. And I need to make sure to get my locked in 4 votes. If it's a 4-3-3, that's how I win. That's an insane vote split. But it's something that I need to consider and look at all the jury combinations. So now we're at a point in the game where I just have to survive. I usually wouldn't respect a game of winning out, but in Cal Poly Survivor, I am so impressed and proud of myself for putting this much in. I've searched for idols for over 130 miles of walking, running, hiking, and climbing different rocks and trees. I have put everything in. I have had all the advantages in the game. I outlasted all these people. It started with 20, and I'm the last outwit standing. I'm the last season 4 player standing, and I'm here to play. I'm here to win, and I'm gonna make sure that happens. This has been a dream come true, and I'm having so much fun. And although there's people putting me down constantly, there's hate always going my way during tribals, I push back and I show that I am playing a game where I'm not scared. I'm playing all stars. I'm putting everything in. I've laid it all out there. I'm playing the flashiest game, and hopefully people respect my passion and my love for this game and recognize that I am a deserving winner and a deserving representation of this all-star season.
Say hi, Sophia. I'm gonna pee my pants. Right now, the plan is to vote Marco. Michaela says, sorry, she was texting me. I called Michaela and she started it off by saying, like, Brenna, you're my best friend in this game and you have been since the beginning. And I was like, please don't say you're gonna vote me out. She's not. Hopefully, knock on wood. Ah, there's no trees nearby. Oh, that's stupid. Never mind, there is. It's fine. So hopefully she's not voting for me. I think she's voting for Marco with me and Derek. And then I think Dylan and Marco are voting for either me or Derek. I want to win so bad. Okay, but she also said, Brenna, I think our best bet is like during or after the final 4 challenge, like during the double, like we need to split the vote and go to fire making. Like we need to vote each other out. I'm like, I actually don't want to do that. Like I do not want to go to fire. I don't want my name out there. None of that. Sorry guys, I'm filming a confessional here. Because she thinks that like if her, me, and Derek go to the end, Derek's just gonna win out, and same with Dylan. So I did my best. I cooked, and hopefully I convinced her that it's fine and one of us will get the win if we go to the end with one of the guys. But I do not want to go to the end with Dylan, respectfully. Now Marco's texting me. Ugh. Anyways, I hope I'm safe. Ah!
Okay, here's the update. I'm sitting outside Tribal Council, and basically, Marco came to Brenna last night saying, Michaela's flipping on you, I'm in a group chat with Dylan and Michaela, and they're gonna vote for you. And Brenna freaked out, and I'm kind of just there like, okay, like if you want to flip to Michaela, go ahead. I've been telling you this for weeks, but... So, then this morning, I'm like, wait a second. If Marco's in the end with Brenna and I, the votes don't split and I have a worse chance of winning. And I realized Marco was trying to cook. and he was too late to the kitchen. So I want him out, and Michaela's gonna vote for Marco. I'm gonna vote for Marco. Brenna's gonna vote for Marco, and hopefully Marco goes. And I don't know. Tonight I'm gonna say Marco, and the polo is gonna come from the jury bench because that's where Marco's gonna sit.
Now bringing the members of our jury. Nathan, Joshua, Leo, Zach, Alex, Sophia, Benji, and Hugh voted out at the last tribal council. Alright, so, Brenna, it's been an arduous 9.5 weeks at this point. We've had like 17 eliminations at this point. There are 8 members that make up the jury right now. It's starting to feel real that like final 3 is in sight. You can almost taste the victory. Like you are so close to just getting that chance to plead your case and why you deserve to win the game.
It's so real. It's felt real for so long, but like I was studying for my bio final and I couldn't go 5 minutes without being like, oh my god, am I gonna get blindsided? Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Oh my god, what's the next challenge? Am I even gonna be there? Like, Survivor is just consuming my mind right now.
Derek, at the last tribal council, you publicly stated basically to everyone or waved around that you had an idol still remaining in the game and that it was going to expire at that last tribal council. However, clearly, you decided not to play it, and you publicly also stated that it expires at 5. Right now we're at 5. So tell me where the thought process is with everything in terms of that. Is the idol real? Like, is it expired like now?
I brought the original paper that does say 5. I think I have the paper. Let me check. Yeah, that's 5. I think there's no way this is fake. So I said I was locking in Final Four, and I'm locking in Final Four. I'm just one challenge away from the end.
So Marco, what's your whole standpoint on that? Like, could it be also that Derek could be doing a double bluff on you guys where like it might not be a real idol? Or if it is like a real idol, like is Derek gonna play it on himself? Is that a guarantee? What's your whole thought process with that for this vote?
It's become just like I don't care. He can do whatever he wants, you know. Like, end of the day, am I gonna be playing these mind games? Nah. I'm gonna protect my peace and just be like, he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Michaela, at every vote up to right now at the merge, I say, or every like public vote, it seems to be the sides have been very divided. We have never had like one real unanimous vote since like the past like 6 tribal councils, I would like to safely say. Is that still the case for tonight's tribal council? Are there clear sides for this vote, or is it all gonna be like 4-1 for this specific vote?
I don't know about 4-1, but I feel like especially in a tribe of 5, it gets just really complicated because like 3 is the majority, like that's a small number, and so I feel like people just keep kind of thinking of different things they can do, especially with Derek's idol. It like eliminates him, but also like he's lied to us before about it, so we don't know.
Brenna, at the last tribal council, you were pretty adamant that you were going to receive votes at that last tribal council, and you ended up receiving votes. Is that going to be the same case for tonight's tribal council? Have things changed? Where exactly are you standing in with this vote?
Well, I knew last tribal that Dylan and Hugh were gonna vote for me. I know Dylan's probably voting for me tonight. I'm not dumb. Like he literally said in a revote, if it ever came to it between me and Marco, he would just vote Marco out. I know Marco's in your end game. That doesn't make sense for your game. Like you could just say you're voting for me. It's chill.
For you, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I knew it.
So Dylan, you're publicly stating that you're voting for Brenna at this tribal council no matter what.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, Michaela, what's your reaction to that? Do you jump on the bandwagon saying like, hey, I mean like, we just need 2 more votes in order to make a majority right then and there? Or do you think like, wait, this could be all be a trick, something could be lurking behind the scenes, like maybe Derek could possibly play an idol for Brenna or try to pull a big move. Maybe like 2 people could actually turn against against Dylan or something like that, and like even though he has the idol instinct, because he might like turn against somebody that's a close ally of his. So where do you stand with this specific vote?
I mean, you're right, that could all happen. I feel like I'm not really one to switch it up at tribal, like that would just make me really nervous. Like I'm gonna stick with like what I think is best for me, and that is cards close to my chest again, like you've been saying the season's been going.
So then, Brenna, I gotta ask. Obviously, you're pretty adamant that Dylan's gonna vote for you this tribal council. However, Dylan's immune. So where do you turn your head to now? Like, who do you try to pitch to who possibly should be voted out? I mean, Derek has an idol, theoretically speaking. Dylan has immunity. So where do you try to convince these people where to throw your vote towards?
Anybody but me. I think I've been playing a Wii game for so long because, like, I want to keep my friends in the game because this is All-Stars, but at a certain point I do have to play for myself, and I just don't want to go home, so anything I can do.
Derek, at the last tribal council, I mean, a lot of people were trying to bluff you if you're trying to play your idol. I mean, at one point I think Marco said that he's going to vote for you, and you ended up getting 0 votes at that last tribal council. Do you feel like something like that could be happening tonight? Or do you think what is being said is true, where Dylan's voting for Brenna and nobody might be voting for you at all?
I honestly, like, same thing, anyone but me, and it's gonna be anyone but me. And for the last tribal council, when Marco told me he's voting for me, and Michaela said to vote for Marco, and Hugh said he didn't know who to vote for, so he's voting for Marco, that means it's not Marco. Like, none of it was adding up. So obviously I was safe, because they don't know how to lie.
So then, Marco, I gotta ask, where is your whole entire premise for this specific tribal council? I mean, like, Derek's pretty adamant, saying like, none of you guys know how to lie. I can read y'all like a book. So where are you headed at for this tribal council?
I've been a little bit held back in the tribal council. I mean, like, I did my calls, I said my piece, I told people where I wanted to go. I wasn't as invested in this one. We are getting towards like the end of the year. I have other things going on, but like, you know, doing the best I can for the game.
And Michaela, when you hear something like that, do you say like instantly jump on it, like, hey, I mean, like, if like he's like not as invested with this specific tribal council, why don't we just try to get rid of him? Or do you use that as a number to try to bring in for this specific vote?
I mean, there's only 5 people, so like everyone is a number, like everyone is an important number in this vote. And so I think I just have to go with where I think majority is going to be and like who I would want to go with.
So then, Dylan, let's wrap this all up. Is tonight going to be another blindside, or do you think the lines have been basically super clear right now?
I'm watching you very closely.
I think. No, I don't think it'll be a blindside.
Wow. Every single tribal, the tensions just get more and more clear. Let's see how it all plays out. It is time to vote. Marco, you're up.
Hey guys, last time that I'll be here. I don't really got much to say. Like, this, we had a pretty solid plan. This was a really good plan. You guys might see my confessional if I ever make one, which I will get to it. But it was gonna be a Brenna blindside. But then Michaela told Brenna by accident because she made a group chat that she thought was between me and Dylan. But it was actually between me and Brenna, and then she immediately unsent the message, and we both started freaking out, like, oh my god, do you think Brenna saw that? Turns out Brenna didn't see the message, but then we had to make up another whole other story. It was so much last night, so over it. It doesn't go my way, so be it. Who are you referring to?
Marco, you've come after me at the last 5 tribal councils, and you've missed every time. Well, I'm putting my mark on the first try. Goodbye.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I'm playing this on myself.
Okay? Rules of Survivor state that if a hidden immunity idol is played, all votes cast against that player do not count. And the person with the next highest number of votes will be voted out. This is not just any idol. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes casted for Derek will not count. Okay? Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Brenna. That's one vote, Brenna. Marco. One vote Marco, one vote Brenna. Brenna. That's 2 votes Brenna, 1 vote Marco. Marco. We're tied. 2 votes Marco, 2 votes Brenna, 1 vote left. Seventeenth person voted out and the 9th member of our jury. Marco. Can you bring your torch? Marco? Well, you say there was not going to be a blind side tonight? I guess y'all are dead wrong. Let's see what happens now. Grab your torches, head on back to camp. See you at the next challenge.
It's once again, like I have been saying, most of the season, it's a blessing if I get voted out. There's other shit I could be doing. But I got voted out at the fucking end. Like, if I was gonna get voted out, why couldn't I have gotten voted out like pre-merge where I could have like not made jury? I had to get, actually, I did want jury. I wanted Nathan's place. Because I would have been to jury, I would come in at the end for the tea, but then like not had to come to every council. Or come into every council and make every phone call. But I did my best. I had fun. I got blindsided in the end, but like I actually like I'm kind of happy where I ended up. Like I did the best I could.
Come on in. Final 4. 9 weeks of playing. 2 season 1, 1 season 3, 1 season 4. You guys ready to get into today's immunity challenge?
Yeah.
First things first. For the last time, Dylan, I'm going to take back individual immunity. Thank you. Once again, for the last time this season, actually, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, it is a rendition of the classic Final 4 challenge in Normal Survivor, the motion. You're going to start by dropping 1 marble into the chute. At regular intervals, it's going to go through down the course with a little switch down here. So sometimes it'll go down the right pathway, sometimes it'll go down the left pathway. At the end of the track, you'll see an opening. You have to catch the marble before it falls off the track, put it back into the chute, keep the course going. If you have a marble drop at any point on the ground, you lose the challenge. The last one left standing wins immunity, safe from the vote. In addition, you can only use 1 hand throughout this entire challenge. So you gotta put 1 behind your back, do whatever you want, but only 1 hand can be activated. Also, at regular intervals, more marbles will be added into the chute, making the challenge much more difficult, requiring a lot of concentration, a lot of spacing, and ultimately, whoever's the best at that 2 fields will be our winner for this challenge. You guys ready to get started? We'll draw for spots. We'll get it on. All right. Final immunity challenge of the season. Everybody, get your first ball in your hands, ready to put in the chute. When I say drop, drop the marble. In 3, 2, 1, drop. This challenge is officially on. This first stage is all about getting a rhythm down. You have to put the marble back in the machine. You can't stall it out. How much spacing second marble when you come down to that. This is just understanding how the machine works. I will see the marbles back down. Once the marble is dropped on the ground, you are out of this challenge. More what I'm saying right now. Put your whole attention on this. You might think this challenge is super easy. It's not a joke. Are you serious, Timon? This is our final four challenge? It's gonna get a lot more difficult. On average, one person could get to 3 marbles. See if that lasts you guys. Seconds, you have to have your second marble in there. We transition on to round 2. Becomes the whole game about spacing now. 2 marbles now. Double the focus, double the attention you have to put in. I'll ask you to drop a third one. Not now, but in 30 seconds I'll let you know when it's time to drop a third marble. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Ready point now. You can drop your third marble. 30 seconds. That's now. 25,
This is crazy.
18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 1, go. You have to put all 3 in within the span of a minute.
Whoa.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 31, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30, 29, 38, 37, 6, 5, 4. Joe's about to struggle. Dylan, out of this challenge. No shot in immunity. We're down to 3 players left.
How much time do you have to add?
10, 9, 8, 7. No, 3 marbles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 marbles have been added in. Oh my god. Derek is out of this challenge. We're down to 2 players left. Brenna and Michaela. Brenna has never won individual immunity before. This could be a third immunity win for Michaela. How bad do you
Oh my god.
Let's
so unlucky.
Both of you guys are jammed.
And with that, Michaela wins her 4th individual immunity challenge. What a challenge. Congratulations to all you 4. All right, after an intense challenge, Michaela, with her 3rd individual immunity win. Can I put this around you?
Yes.
Yeah. It never gets old, does it? Michaela, safe at tonight's travel council. Sorry, stand here for a second. You can't be voted out. As for one of the 3 of you, after a long, arduous journey, one of you 3 will be the 18th person voted out in the 10th and final member of our jury. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to give you a maximum 5 minutes to just strategize. You can talk with any of you guys, figure it out, but then we'll be straight to travel council. Your 5 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
None of us had a chance to win because I don't like the grades I are, but like none of us did a chance.
So like I'm good. You're not good.
I'm not voting for her. I'm gonna vote for her.
I really like. I knew that she has the most connections.
She has the most connections.
She's
the
known
most
who's going on like pretty
And like
much.
my biggest worry is that you wouldn't know who to do this. But because if it's a tie, like you're really sure that I'm going to run up and say it to her. Like I would say I would be the vote for her. Okay, I think so.
I think Dylan does have a good chance because he has like cues and outwit.
I hear
Like
you.
he's like
Why though? Who do you want to go to? Oh,
Well, of course I want to sit by you. Like, I don't want to sit by Derek. Like, if this was about our relationship or our journey, of course I'd sit with you. Like, that doesn't make everything that we did. You know, I never won this whole game.
then show that. Show that at final
And then they know you different. Like, I don't need to prove you're my number one. I need to do it.
They're gonna see that I'm not there next to you, and they're gonna be like, "Why did Michaela flip?"
No, like, I just don't think that's true. Like, they know I'm your number one. I could have voted you all right then and there. But I'm not. Like,
But Derek and Dylan, you really want to go to rite of passages with them? They're gonna shit on everybody, both there and at tribal. Is that gonna be fun for you?
well, like, no. Like, they're not, I don't think they're gonna shit on every single person. But I'm not thinking about it being fun. Like, I'm trying to win. Like, I'm not trying to enjoy the rite of passage and enjoy this last tribal. If it was about enjoyment, I would talk to you. I would go.
everyone is so happy. No, and I wanted to be there.
She was like, this isn't about having fun for you, this is about winning. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I don't know what to do for you.
I'll be fine.
No, we're fine. We practice.
There's no point talking about it.
Yes, it is. You're gonna win.
Max, what do I tell them?
Just try to get Dylan to vote for me. And we can 2-1.
He's voted for me for the past 3, 2.
Because he hasn't been able to vote for me. Go get Dylan. Go tell Dylan I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna be damned if. No, I'll be damned if Derek wins.
I think he's fine too because people don't respect him, Dylan.
I think they respect the game though.
But like, you can't. That's not about Survivor. Survivor, you have to make relationships, build connections, and make plays. If he's had to rely on finding that idol every time to get through votes,
Okay,
that speaks on his connections.
Okay, that's the thing. That's how I feel about the game. That jury, whack as shit. That jury is so whack.
I just think personally, for me, this is my best chance to win sitting by Derek.
Okay.
And I think.
Well, I agree.
I think with the jury, they're no wins.
No, I agree.
Don't you think?
No, I agree. No, I want to Brenda. No, that's what Brenda last time.
I know, but I think for me, I don't want to sit by Brenna or Marco. I want to sit by you and Derek because I think I have a different game than you and Derek.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're good. You're good. Yeah.
I don't want a pity hug.
Why do you not see Derek as a bigger threat?
I think he's a huge step. I think for this journey in particular, you are the most social player in the game. You have the most relationships. Everyone thinks the best.
This is All Stars. Everybody is friends with everybody.
That's not true. I didn't know anybody. I
But
met
now
all
you
the
have.
Exactly. But like, I think I have different games than Eric and Derek, and that's why I don't want to do this. If I'm doing this, I'm not going to do this. Everyone's to win, Brenna. Like, I do this whole thing
I'm
to
probably
win.
winning.
And like, I love, and like, I know we're gonna be far outside of this game, but like, I can't win sitting next to you. I can't.
You don't know that though.
I think I do. I think everyone that we've worked with can pick you over me.
Alex is picking you. Lizette is picking you.
I don't know who is with me. I don't know who is with me.
You talked to Dylan. Sorry, Dylan. You talked to Liam way more than I did. I don't even have a relationship with him.
But I think Marco might vote for you.
I just wrote his name down.
I was losing he just got voting. Like, I think I need all our alliance members to vote for me.
He told me he's rooting for you. They don't want me to win.
Now, so it's gonna like.
Come on in. We'll now welcome the members of our jury. Nathan, Joshua, Leo, Lizette, Alex, Sophia, Benji, Hugh, and Marco voted out at the last tribal council. Okay, final four. Michaela, I gotta ask, having that necklace around your neck, your third individual immunity win, how important do you think this vote is? Considering you're in the final three 100%, do you have a target specifically in mind, like who you want to get rid of or stuff like that, or what's the whole entire happening right now?
I think we kind of know personally. I think I know who would win this game if they made it to the end, and it feels relieving to have sex. I feel like it gave people time to actually like listen to what I had to say, and I was nervous that if I didn't win, I couldn't make my pitch, but I'm voting out who I think would win the game if they didn't get voted out.
Do you want to just reveal who you think?
I'm voting Brenna.
Voting Brenna. Brenna, that's gotta not be a good thing to hear from somebody who started originally on the Red Tribe with. So what is your whole pitch to trying to survive this vote?
I have been with this girl since day one. I am like the most loyal player standing. And honestly, like, what have I not done for you? Like, I totally understand where you're coming from. I do. And I'm so proud of you for getting this far. Like, you have won so many immunities. Like, genuinely, I could not be more happy for you. And when you were on the same tribe as me, day one other girl, like, I felt so bonded to you. I just hope you would, like, sit next to me in Final Three. And I know you're not going to, because you warned me about it before today.
Dylan, I can just see, like, the whole stress on your face right now. I see you looking over the jury, trying to get a cue, whether or not what Michaela said was the right thing, like what Brenna's reaction to all those words are. So where are you headed with this specific vote? Do you agree with Michaela? Do you think that's not the right move? It should be someone else? Where's your head at right now?
I agree with Michaela. I think at the end of the day, we have to go for the win. We were so close to the end. Like, it's just hard. So I do love Brenna as a friend, so it's really hard.
Brenna, I gotta ask, like, I know probably emotions are super running high and stuff like that. Like, you started this game out originally on the outplay tribe, started out in your original season, not making it to emerge, and you made it all the way here, surviving 16 people that have been voted out of this game. So Brenna, if this is gotta be the last tribal council for you, what's been this whole season about? What's your pitch to everybody else here on why you deserve to stay in this game?
I was voted everybody's best friend in that one touchy subjects challenge, and I feel like I can't pitch my case for why I should stay. But I want you guys to know, like, genuinely, I've had so much fun with you guys. Every single person here, like, jury and not, like, this would not be All Stars without you. Since I'm getting voted out, I'll just say it now. I made this bracelet with, like, sorry.
It's okay, take your
It's
time.
the first initials of every pre-merger.
I was hoping I wasn't going to talk about this till final tribal, but I know what it's like to be a pre-merge boot, and I wanted to keep fighting for them, and that's why I used my right hand during that challenge. I wish I could have won it. That would have been pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to show, like, you don't have to lie and manipulate in this game to get to the end, and I was hoping somebody genuine could be at the end. And I know Michaela's genuine, and she will do an amazing job, but I wish you guys the best, and I hope you have fun at Final 3.
I mean, Derek, obviously emotions are running super, super high at this tribal council. Where are you headed at with this vote? Do you think like you should join these two in like voting out Brenna? From what it seems very public information at this point. Or do you think like it's best for your game to try to keep Brenna till the end? Because if there is a tie, we are going to go to a fire making challenge. So where do you stand with this whole entire dilemma?
I think this vote hurts because I want to get to the end so bad. I know she does too, because we're both like, we were the pre-mergers, and I don't think anyone would have thought that we were going to be sitting in the final four. And I don't know, can we just vote? Like,
Brenna, you want to vote?
Yeah, we can do it.
All right, it is time to vote. Dylan, you're up.
That kind of works.
I said I think I would need both of them to be voted out for me to win. This one's so hard, but everyone's reaction to her speech just shows we have to know her, or she would have won the game.
I'm a little scatterbrained right now. Dylan, I'll see you at fire making. I said it before and I'll say it again. This girl's not going down without a fight.
Brenna! You are my final two and my number one, so I will never write your name down. Dylan, have fun and fire!
You get this one?
I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Dylan. Brenna, that's one vote Brenna, one vote Dylan. Brenna, that's two votes Brenna, one vote Dylan, one vote left.
I had to.
Dylan, we have a tie. In a Final Four situation, if we have a tie, we are going to transition over to a fire-making challenge. We'll let you guys know what the fire-making challenge is shortly, and we'll get it started. Challenge. You're going to have to start making a domino stack, hit each tape, and hit the stack at the end. Here we go. Brenna, Dylan, you ready?
Yeah.
Survivors ready. Go. All about how you want to stack the dominoes. You can start wherever you want at the start of the table. You don't have to start at the very edge. But whatever strategy you want to do works with you. As long as you get from any point at the start of the table to the end of the table, you will be good. The instruction seems to be hitting want at the start of the table. Jesus, challenge. Brenna's hitting. Pretty neck on neck. It seems that Dylan has a bit of a lead right now. And Brenna, a whole stack falls. It can be anywhere at the start. As long as it hits the start of the table, you're okay. Dylan, almost nearing the end. Brenna has to restart the whole entire stack.
Make sure the space is good. I like now. Thank you.
Oh, I don't deserve
I didn't say that.
We're gonna test it out. Dylan's gonna put a couple more.
Oh my God!
Messes it up at the end.
Not that though, not that.
Disaster for Brenna, just right there.
No.
No messing around. This is a spot at the final three. You don't want to mess up right here. You need both hands. Remember that. Those are going. Brenna, full stack. And we restart with Brenna. You have to restart again. Have to start again. Dylan now has the advantage right now. Who would have ever thought it would come to just a set of dominoes? Both members now have as many dominoes as they should have more than enough to get all the way to the start. Maybe about to get a second attempt. If this is good, Dylan secures his spot at the final three. Ready? Go for it. Dylan, whole entire stack. We go back once again. Basically, Dylan knows that the and Dylan's whole thing going apart.
I was like, shoot, no.
We'll fix the TP. Just fix the rest of your thing. Run and Thomas are really stacked together right now. Now speeding through this. Question is, will her stack even work?
Okay, Strat. Okay, she's cooking.
Brenna now making specific chunks. Just
Wait,
in
why
case-
am I cooking?
Just in case if she messes up.
She's got the sauce on the stove.
Brenna now, the first in the catch.
I've never heard that before.
This could be Brenna's technically first individual challenge win if she gets it. Oh! That was smart though. The chunk coming, the strategy did come.
My chunk?
Dylan, please, goes down again.
Keep it up.
It has been almost 10 minutes into this challenge.
Let's just add this.
Alright, guys, I'm going to.
Brenna has to restart, and now Dylan is the person to win.
At least it worked.
This is the craziest thing that could ever come to the challenge. If you fuck up in the beginning, you have to verify that you're knocking it
Why can't we have a puzzle? Give me a puzzle. Give me a puzzle.
A rough showing right now.
I would just be like,
How bad do you want it?
if I saw
And then I want it so bad.
Whoever knew that on a Tuesday at 7:40 p.m. we would have almost 20 people staring at 2 people stack a set of dominoes. Brenna almost done with her entire structure. This could be technically Brenna's first attempt. She's trying to fill in a couple of chunks in there, but yours could just ruin everything. Start with stack balls again. Brenna's beginning completely angry, but she knows it works. Dylan's trying to catch Brenna again. Not pretty neck and neck now. With Brenna messing up the beginning, Dylan is caught up to Brenna's pace. How bad? Dylan caught that last minute. Good save by Dylan.
I would say a long time ago. Let's be nice here.
Brenna fulfilling those gaps. Like the scooter over last time. Dylan knows he has to catch up to Brenna. Dylan really close now. Brenna's trying to fill in the last gap. This should come to the wire right now. Are you doing it, Brenna? Brenna's doing it. Dylan becomes the 18th person voted out and the 10th and final member of our jury. What a showing! Dylan, I gotta ask, I know this is a bit short for you. What has been this whole season about? How does it feel to come back here, losing it to fire making at the end of the day?
You know, coming this season, I said anything stacking related or balance or endurance is going to be my downfall. It was my downfall.
All right, Dylan.
Amazing.
All right, Dylan. Unfortunately, this does end your journey here of Cal Poly Survivor Legend Pursuit. You're officially the 18th person voted out and the 10th and final member of the jury. I would need you to grab me your torch. Dylan, Travis spoke. Time for you to go. Derek, Brenna, Michaela, congratulations. You have made it as far as you can in this game. You have survived 17 eliminations, but now the power shifts over to the jury. 10 people, including Dylan, who you either directly or indirectly had a hand in voting out in this game. They have a lot of questions for you. They can't wait to crown a winner, one of you three, to win this season. I'm sure you guys are excited. Grab your torches, head on back to camp. We'll see you at finale night.
I love this girl. She is my homie from another mommy. I love her so much. There's nothing else to say. She's my wowie. She's my girl. Literally my favorite. I would have worked with her any day of the week.
But I don't know. I kind of regret voting out Chloe, but it's the best game move because she would have done really well, especially with like the pre-merge. You know, she would have hacked. And I thought Josh was smart, and I'm like really sad because she's such a nice person. And like whenever I see her now, it's all good. But it was smart for her. And I don't know. In another world, in All Stars 2 in a couple years, we're running a game. My survivor kid.
I don't think if she was in the game for a long time, like she would cook. Like,
I think I would have been out if she wasn't out. So, shout out Dina, shout out Big Guy, but
I want to work with her so bad. She was like the one person I wanted to work with. I know she would work with me. And I'm so, I don't know, I'm sad. These like first few votes are really sad because I really want to do them.
yeah, I couldn't save either of them. Final three.
Him and Mimi, they would have cooked. Like, he better come back for another season.
I know.
He needs to redemption. He's so, like,
Most robbed.
he was my final two. At the season 4 finale, he's like, Derek, I kept telling Jeremy to work with you. Like, I told him that there's better room to work with Derek than supposed to be. And I was going to work with Gannon, and Gannon was going to be my final two.
I saw him walk in on the first day with the rest of the newbies, and I was like, oh my god, it's Gannon. I know him outside this game. Like, nobody's gonna see it coming. We're gonna work together. It's gonna be iconic.
And then he broke his arm.
And then he broke his arm.
He like recognized me, but he was like, I like want to Rob. I agree. Push Rob.
Justice for Gannon.
This was my final two. Although I feel like okay, but this like actually, if it was a final three and she knew that I need to get there, I think she would have voted herself out. And like this is, I don't know. We would have run the game. I'm so sad she's gone. This is Hugh Gannon's fault. But I don't know. The letter really changed the game, and I'm glad that I was a part of her life. And
I wish I could. Mimi and I go way back. The first day I introduced myself, I'm like, "Hi, my name's Brenna. You have my grandma's name. Let's do something about that." I love that girl. Redemption Island's queen. Gone too soon. Wish I could have worked with her.
Like the same. Like we didn't vote any of these people out, so I'm like, I feel like it's a mutual thing. But she was the queen of redemption. She was awesome.
this was before the swap.
Oh my god.
I know, we didn't vote like anyone for a really long time.
Kayla!
We had one.
I needed her out. Respectfully.
I wanted her, like, she's not a pre-merge queen any other season. Like, she makes it mid-merge at least every time she plays. And I want her to stay. I wanted Dylan out way before. Like,
Sorry.
you guys, we should have done that way before. This is Liam's fault too. But Kayla, she would have been my season 4 line. And she actually, I know she didn't want to work with me initially, but she would have. And, I don't know. Another final two for me.
Girl, challenge me.
Yeah, challenge
Social
fees.
threat.
Like when she got placed on the swamp, like with us, like
Oh,
she just got screwed. Like she just got screwed.
The challenge throw was,
Oh my god.
she was out before she even got in. Like,
But she is a queen. I love her.
I never
I
talked
wish-
to him once in this game.
Me neither. I wish I was there for this vote though. Like him and Nathan and Kayla. That's why Kayla like got out.
oh, they went
Cause, like,
back
those,
to back to back.
Yeah, like those three were like such a force that like. But like this was just kind of. Rob. He was Rob too.
Sorry.
Mew.
My bad.
Derek.
But no, he like we talk all the time about international survivor and like I don't know. I want to work. I want to work with all these pre-merge people. But I walked into the season like, oh, I know how to connect with people. Like international survivor, he got this, and I think he would work.
I wanted him out. Like these three scared me. Like I didn't know them. They were really a big force. I was like, I'm nervous about you all.
I agree. Oh, Nathan.
Nathan was the best. I'm actually so sad. Like he had to also go. He was like the unanimous vote.
Mr. President.
No,
He's literally a king. Like
Yeah.
he's also a social threat. I feel like him and
Challenge
Kayla
Yeah.
would have ran this game, like given
Yeah.
a chance. We did not give them a chance.
No. That was when Corey Little 7 was useful. And like I have a lot of respect for him in and out of the game. He's humble. And everyone set him up to be like this master force who was like controlling everyone, but no, he was humble and he's like, Derek, like I understand if you don't want to work with me, like I get it. And it was kind of sad when I voted him out because I was like, he told me I was his only chance. I was like, sorry, I can't do this right now.
Yeah. He also knew he was getting voted out. Like he came to us, he's like, guys, like, is there anything we can do or actually do? I'm like, no, I'm sorry. But he went out strong.
We just had to get him out. That was it.
For me, I think he just needs to own up. If he goes in there and he's like, I came into this club and I wanted to make friends, that's a straight lie.
Yeah.
He needs to go up there and be like, I came into this game, I was gonna manipulate all of you, I was gonna lie to all of you, I was here for a fun time, I was here to do big moves, I was here to beg on my knees. He needs to take credit for that, and if he doesn't take credit for that, then what did he do it for?
I wasn't mad about Oh.
Joshua and I go way back. Original Corlitos outwit tribe. I don't know. He really saved himself by figuring out the idol clue, because that's what changed up the entire game, and that's what ruined his game the first time. But he made history, first time vote out 3 times in California Survivor history, and
He gave you an advantage.
he gave me an advantage. He gave me an idol.
He found the
basically.
block of vote.
Oh my god. Yeah. I think
He's the real one.
What a man. I wish I was as good as history as that guy
He's like face of the franchise.
But at least for Derek, yes, his main thing was idols, getting through the immunity challenges. all these various, aspects, which I know, Hugh, you don't like that as a game aspect, but he was putting in the work heavily, and when he didn't have an idol or he didn't have that immunity, he still managed to get himself through to the next vote and then managed to win again. And so even though he was at the bottom the entirety, for much of the post-merge game, he was keeping himself afloat and was still part of all these various different moves and all that. And that makes it so that it seems like he's played a better game. Even if he hasn't had a very good social game, he's been able to compensate with his challenge game, his idol hunting game, and his BSing game every so often,
Actually, this was our final three.
This was our final three.
You wouldn't get it.
Liam just got so excited about this game, and he just became such a big, he was just trying to be, you were working both sides, he was just getting really deep in there. We got a little nervous.
I tried to defend him for a long time. He was like a little puppy that I was keeping on a leash.
He would tell people when they were gonna go home. So that was a little hard.
He turned into a clumsy puppy. But he's great.
He's great. We miss him.
I think she had a chance to just be on top the entire time, and she just lit it up. But she was dominating for most of the game. And I feel like right now it just happened. It happened 2 hours ago, so it's fresh in all of our minds. But I don't know. Maybe she just had it bad, fucked up that. I don't think that should erase all the other really good. Because I thought she was fucking amazing. It was 99% better.
I have nothing to say about this one.
But also, I think she would have gotten me out.
No, I'm so mad. This was the vote where I was pissed. I wanted Lizette in. I trusted her so hard. Her and I were so good together. She might have replaced you later on. Well, I don't know.
My bad.
I was she was just so I thought we were just connected really well. And I was so mad.
I think her vote is when the game shifted entirely. It was the Correlato 7 group, and then after that, everyone worked with each other for the rest of the game. And that was the shift of the season. There was no more power structures, no more alliances. It was how do you get to the end? And I think she is one of the biggest players in the season, and she was one of the best moves at the season.
But I do think she definitely pushed me, and it helped my own game, because then I was able to save myself with Dylan. But it was also good for her game, because she risked her game with Derek to tell me that, because she was really worried that I was gonna run a Derek and then be hey, they actually want to keep Dylan in the game. So I would say that was really good on her part to take that risk. She came to me knowing that I was outnumbered, but she did it in a way where I didn't feel threatened or I was made to do it. It was very I think this would be in both of our interests.
We said, hey, words about this one too. These two votes lit a fire under me, honestly. After Lizette and Alex got out, I was oh, I feel I needed to I was trying to play a little low key. But then after these votes, I was I can't just sit down and want to work with get sent home. And so Alex, I think she also just was in the middle and was caught. And so but I loved working with her. She was awesome.
Both sides were fighting for her. That moment, you had to take out the person. And she voted for me. So
I never had any bad blood with her. Sorry.
I never had a
I think she's so cool.
Yeah.
She's the life of the party. I see her at the frat parties. We strategize a little bit. But she has the best.
I was just gonna say, it's outwit, outlast, outplay. I think these people are great in one aspect. I need their speeches to show me why they fit all three and where they can pull from each of those. Cause I don't know. I think they're not the most well-rounded, but I think they hit those points each pretty well, but not all of them.
There we go.
In another world, she actually is the final three, and that one's true because she went to bat hard for me, for other people. She really played the game, and I would say she's the newbie who let loose. She took risks. I'm so proud for that because everyone else played scared, and she took the game in her hands. She played, she made moves, and I'm so proud of her for that because I know how excited she was to play. And I'm so excited that I got to play with her.
This was the hardest vote out for me by far. I'm serious. She is my little sister in and out of the game. Like, I love this girl so much. I wish I could have taken her farther, but
Okay, Alex vote. Me and Rahul, me and Benji, who had like voted, you voted against me, I wanted you. He somehow brought me, Benji, and him together.
Benji and I, we have a little history, and I didn't know if I wanted to work with him because a little sequester beef a while back, but Benji's like, I love Benji. He's one of my best friends from this game, and I was so sad when he got voted out. Like, you heard me scream. Like, I was pissed because Benji, he also, like, the same thing with me. He puts so much into this game.
yeah, he cares a ton.
And I love talking strategy with him. I love talking about Survivor. He's also always been there for me as a person when I needed it most, and I feel like I've been there for him. So he was someone that I never wanted to vote out, and I knew when time came he would understand, he would respect it. But he's someone that I think loves this club so much, and he put everything into it. And I think that I'm proud of him for making it as far as he did, because he was scared for most of the game. But
He was so passionate. He was scared, but he was passionate.
He was like, yeah, he always thought it was him. Like,
Every single time. I'm like, Benji, you're good. It's okay.
But like his passion, like his love for the club, like so showed. Like such a good guy, but like,
What was it like? Her gameplay was intentional. That she knew what she was doing and didn't just let moves kind of happen to her. That she was very conscious about what she was doing and didn't just, I guess, I wouldn't say she floated, but like she wanted to get herself in that position with these moves, doing these specific things. I need specifics from Brenna. Like, I don't need her to just be like, oh, everyone likes me. Like, I need very specific moments in her game.
You ready for this one, Derek?
I'm so ready. Can I rip it up?
Speak your truth, King. He thought I was getting blindsided. Nah, that's a sick prank.
I just want to say, why did he make it this long? I should have listened to the strategic King Joshua and threw him the challenge to get him out ages ago. Like, I don't know. I'm pissed at him. And he voted out Brooke, and I took out all of his allies back to back to back.
I wanted him out for so long, but I couldn't do anything about it because Mr. Derek over here was all buddy-buddy with him. And I'm like, okay, if I want to keep Derek long-term, I gotta keep Hugh long-term. Until the incident happened, and then we could let him go.
I liked you. I wanted to work with you. I also
He's
like
iconic.
he trusted you.
Yeah.
No one should ever trust you.
Anybody needs a resume. I think it's a huge merit that Michaela and Brenna didn't need any big moves. They're pretty much guaranteed to go to the end since the start of the merge, and the fact that they allowed themselves to get all the way to the end says it. Like, I don't think you need like all these idle plays and like all this like blindside and like, oh, let's do this. Like, I don't think there's any merit towards that. That's what I would just ask of everybody.
Okay, here's the thing about me and Marco that I haven't really told anybody. So me and him have a mutual friend, which is our coworker Dylan. And so I would talk to Dylan at work. And I'd be like, so Dylan, give me like all the updates on Marco. Like, what is he like? What are his interests? Like, what can I connect with him on? But I didn't need any of that. Marco is such a chiller inside and out of this game. I know you had like your little beef with him.
I don't even know what the beef was.
I don't either. But like, he is such a chiller, and it was so much fun like calling and like strategizing with him. Like, he's a king.
It was so great to like work with him for so long, and like you could trust him. Like when we worked with him, like I low-key regret voting him out. Like I think I should have voted you out, and like, but my plan it didn't kind of work out perfectly. But I love working with Marco. He was awesome. Like he was so like trustworthy, loyal.
I've heard in other seasons people tend to lock in before the speeches even happen. I personally think that's very lame. I'm just hoping we all go in there and we like actually hear them out, and like we don't just like, oh no, I thought with like I'm not like right now like I'm gonna be like, oh, I thought with Derek, I'm not gonna vote him. Like I'm like really down to hear him out, and I hopefully all of us are like open to the speeches, because then what's the point of sitting there and then wasting my Thursday?
This is all you.
No, I feel bad. Dylan Lee, you gave it your all in fire making. I don't know. I feel bad. I think he is so passionate about this club as well. He is so smart, so caring, like, he's a great guy outside of this, and it sucked having him write my name down, like, all those times, but, like, I respect the hustle. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I could never tell with Dylan, like, what he wanted, like, what, I don't know. He was good to work with when you had the same plan as him. He's committed to an extent, but I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Yay!
I think it's like that. It's a merit in this game. Like, and then it's called Survivor. You just want to survive. Like, you don't need like a big move every single time. Like, she did not receive votes for the first like up until final 6, and then at that point, like, she was too insulated. We couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I tried my hardest, and like, and I'm here. So like, I think there's merit into like, you don't need to do everything. You just need to survive.
I was so close. My confessional right before this was me saying, I don't want to sit with Marco or Brenna. And I thought that voting out Marco first, it'd be easier to convince Dylan and Derek that we need to get Brenna out, instead of voting out Brenna first and then convincing, because Derek and Dylan both wanted to sit, or Dylan wanted to sit by Marco. So, I don't know. I feel like I was so close to getting them both out because they were my closest people in the game, and we have a lot of the same people. So I really wanted to have that kind of spot to myself and be against two people who played different games than me. But I feel like, honestly, like the way Derek and Brenna like went about the last tribal, like about friendship, like I made friends, but I'm here to win. I'm not about to save Brenna, who I really love as a person. Like, I'm not just gonna bring her to the end, because if I want to win, I want my best chance of winning. And I feel like people saw that with my decisions, and the fact that Derek took Brenna and they played it more of like a friendship game. I hope people see that I played it with the intent of winning and not making friends. Like, they can use that against me. I think that works to my advantage. But yeah, that's kind of how it is.
Dude! Okay. First of all, I thought I was going home, and then I said, let me cook. This girl cooked. Okay, but seriously, I had a dream like 2 weeks ago that I went to like a Final Four immunity challenge, and it was dominoes, and I won it. And I texted Derek that. Like, I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm predicting the future, like foreshadowing, yes. But, I needed that. Like, I was so distraught after I lost like this emotion thing, because everybody was like, Brenna, like, I think you have a chance. Like, I think you can do this. I'm like, shoot, guys, like, I'll try. And then my thing got all jammed, and I'm like, no, I'm just a girl. Please. Stupid marbles. But it's fine. Me and dominoes are besties now. I love a good domino race. My journey has been a crazy one. I have had to make people think this entire game that I'm just like some weak, dumb girl who like doesn't know what she's doing or like where she's voting. No, actually, I've known who every single person is voting, every single tribal. Like, sorry, can't out-social the social threat. I'm gonna find out where people are voting. Yeah, so I hate that they have that perception of me, but I had to play off of that and use it to my advantage. My ideal final 3. Probably not theirs, but this was my ideal end game because they've both been my number 1s. And I'm super happy that if I'm at the end, I'm at the end with both of them, because if I lose, I'm happy that they win, or one of them wins.
Come on in! Now welcome the members of our jury. Nathan, Joshua, Liam, Zach, Alex, Sophia, Benji, you, Marco, and Dylan. 9 whole weeks. It has been a wild ride, I'm sure. 63 days of Survivor. That is almost 2 whole Survivor seasons in one. We are left with the final 3. Michaela, Brenna, Derek. One of you in just an hour or 2 is about to be crowned the winner of this season of Cal Poly Survivor. You did whatever it takes to get to the end, and now the power shifts to the jury. 10 people that you had a hand in voting out in this game now have the power to crown one of you guys to be the winner
of Cal Poly Soul Survivor. I'm gonna start out by asking each of you to stand up, give your opening statement, and just explain why you, as an individual, deserve to win this season. Whether you want to talk about outwitting, outplaying, outlasting everybody in the game is up to you. I'm gonna give you a second to take it all in, and then we'll get started. We are back now. Michaela, you want to start us off?
Yeah.
I'll give you 4 minutes to start, and your time starts now.
All right. Hi, guys. Feels surreal to be standing up here in front of you all giving a speech. But when I first heard of like All-Star Season, Cal Poly Survivor from a text from Josh on like a random day, I was like, sick. Like, it's time to get back into the game. And I was like, if I'm really gonna commit all this time again and all this effort, I was like, I'm coming back to win. First time around, sure, I had fun, I made friends, I joined the club my freshman year, but really coming back to play again, it wasn't just gonna be about a waste of time, it was gonna be with intent and with purpose. And I feel like I really did outwit, outplay, and outlast this entire season. I really wanted to not be an automatic target this time. My first season, I won 2 of the communities, and I feel like I was booted right after that for just being targeted, which told me that my alliances weren't as strong as I thought they were. So coming in, I really wanted to find someone that I could trust and stick with, and be someone that people would approach with water to work with. I feel like I really executed that with taking my 2 close people really far in this game. And I feel like we worked really well together. I think that's a big role of why I made it so far, is because people I chose to work with and why I selected them. When I outplayed, I knew I meant business. During challenges, I was like, I'm ready to give it my all. I practiced so hard, and I was like, I'm gonna win the challenges that I can win, because I know I have to. And during that time I was struggling, and like it definitely didn't, it was hard during the challenge, but I knew I had to pull through because people saw me as a challenge that already. And if I didn't live up to that again, I felt like I would really, people would like look down on me and be like, oh, she has to be strong again, and she was strong season 1. I think like I really did outplay this season again, winning 3 individual media challenges. And then with outlasting, I feel like so much goes into the outlasting portion of the game, because it really is outwit and outplay coming together to outlast. And I did. I outlasted a lot of people during the game. So I feel like because of my relationships and what I've done to really just solidify that trust and get me far is why I outlasted so many people. I did not want to be a showboat, and like I did not think I needed to make big plays beginning of the merge to get something on my resume. I knew that that would come if I outlasted, and it did. Since I lasted so long, I got to write down all those names that were bigger names in the season and had more control over who I wanted to sit by in the final 3. I knew that I needed some shield with me during the game, and I definitely had people I thought played a really strong game and I wasn't close with, but knew that they would eventually need to go before me because of what they were doing, what they were saying. And I know that I didn't come here to make friends, and I came here to win. And I feel like I really showed that by voting out the people I cared about, or trying to vote out the people I care about most in this game, which was hard to do, but I wasn't here to make friends again. Like, I came to win, and I hope that really shows with my performance and my time and dedication in the club. Thanks.
Michaela. Brenna, 4 minutes to convince the jury starts now.
Hi guys! I knew that when I came back for an all-star season, I wanted to make it legend, wait for it, dairy. POV, you're the only second year and there's only one other person from your season, shout out Lizette, in the cast. And then your best friend and Wowie are the first 2 vote outs of the season. Immediate setbacks. To quote How I Met Your Mother, again, whatever you do in this life, it's only legendary if your friends are able to see it. Which is why I made it my new mission to further myself in this game and also my friends. Which is exactly what I did. I know this wasn't either of their ideal endgames, but it was mine. My game is a mosaic of the players that were voted out before me, and throughout this whole experience, I've tried to keep y'all in mind. At Merge, I made this bracelet with each of the pre-mergers' first initials on it, and when I wore it, I knew to fight for them because I know what it feels like to be a pre-merge boot who just wants to win. Going into this game, I already had a huge target on my back from 2 different titles, Social Threat from my season, and Head of Social Events from the club. Oh my god. I've downplayed a lot of my relationships with people and cooked behind the scenes. I wanted to appear like a minor character in the story, but the overall author of the narrative. And that's what I did. as my name was never thrown or written down till Final Six. My plan was to utilize my knowledge of people's dynamics, preseason connections, and their perceptions of others. Most people probably thought, what's Brenna even doing? And that is so valid because that's the point of my game. Well, to you, I'm tanning. To me, I'm also tanning, but I'm strategizing behind closed doors too. I also value empathy and put myself in other people's shoes to figure out what's best for their game, which put me one step ahead of them. The game hasn't stopped though. Using my perspective strategy, I'm guessing you want to know what I've been doing behind the scenes. Well, I may not be Barney Stinson trying to get girls, but I am trying to get that win. So here's my playbook. I'll give this to you. Filled with some of the moves I've made. Since day one, I've been a massive team player. OG Gypsum won every tribe immunity challenge, and I clutched up for us during the blindfold puzzle challenge. After the tribe swap, I technically completed the most scavenger hunt challenges, 72 out of 200 by the way, which is technically the most out of every single person in the game at the time. I also started the tribe motto of anything for Corralitos to boost the morale. That said, I've operated this game based on mutual benefits as long as it benefited me, so that I could gain long-term trust and be super insulated. I'm also a professional yapper, but I quit the yapping and started listening, which led to me being the most in-the-know player. I always had a plan going that benefited me, and I knew who every single person was voting for each tribal and who was going home. I knew about Dylan's access to the OG Gypsum idol before Liam and Michaela. I knew that Sophia told Derek about the Benji plan 6 hours before shit hit the fan. I knew that Hugh found a fake idol during Final Six because I was idol hunting with him, sorry dude, with him and Baker, and led him to finding the fake idol that Derek and I made. I knew I could flip the vote from Dylan to Joshua during Split Tribal by convincing Derek, Hugh, and Sophia. Most importantly though, I knew about every single one of the idols and advantages in this game long before they were played. I've also been on the right side of the vote for 8 of the 10 tribals I've been involved in, and the 2 I was in the wrong for were on purpose. I've even kept notes of voting perspectives, so I knew where everybody's heads were at and what story to portray at tribal. I planned ahead for everything I could, including throwing the touchy subjects challenge. It shows how socially aware you are, so to lower my threat level, I had to throw it. Overall, I never needed to hide behind the security of idols, advantages, or individual immunity wins, until Fire, my first ever solo immunity win, yay. But I've never been one to go down without a fight, so I cooked behind the scenes to get both myself and Claire's pass to the end. Thank you.
All of you thought I was absolutely chaotic, and I was. And I was for a reason, because everything I did in this game was intentional to get me here tonight. I am a super fan of Survivor, so I told myself, play hard, play aggressive, and play to win. This is an all-star season, and I've never been afraid to make a move in this game as long as it benefits me. My gameplay was based on combining the 3 original tribes of outwit, outplay, and outlast to create 2 new pillars of the game, social strategy and advantage strategy. On the original outwit tribe, I needed to change my perception, and that's what I did. I changed the decoy vote for myself onto you, and I was planning the Chloe vote the entire time. And I used this time to figure out how other people played. Joshua, I knew that you wanted to play with people who wanted to play with you, and that's why I leaned into. And that's why you handed me an idol and gave me an advantage when I voted you out. And Hugh, I knew you wanted to be in control, so I wanted you to think that you were controlling me so I could set you up as a shield in a future contingency plan if I needed someone to be voted out before me. At the swap, the culture of the season was yet to be defined. So I went hard doing scavenger hunt challenge to push the have fun, make friends narrative. Anything for Corleos became the saying to beat the threat tribe of Gypsum 2.0. And from the swap onward, the culture of the season was defined by these large power structures based on friendship and fun, and I had a large part in creating this. And this helped me create the challenge vote plan for the second swap, which I brought to Liam and Lizette days before the swap and executed on the spot in order to ensure Kayla or Dylan were voted out. And during the split tribal, I recognized that I was becoming the biggest threat and was the next person to go, so I needed to change something up. I wanted to both control my own threat level and shift the season in one tribal council, and that was your vote, Lizette. And that's the vote I intentionally became the flashiest player of the season, because I knew that all my antics would draw the attention towards me, blinding the other players from my important social connections with people like Brenna and my important strategic moves, allowing me to hide and play the site and not be taken out because I had this flashy game. And then from this vote onward, the culture of the season was defined by voting blocks, which is evident in the fact that since that vote, I worked with everyone in at least one vote to get here tonight. An advantage strategy came in with implicit immunity. Implicit immunity is what I relied on the entire pre-merge with my idol, but it's something I use in the merge as well. Benji, you were convinced idols expired at Final 6, but when I found the Rat King idol and realized it expired at Final 5, I had been planning to use the idol bluff at Final 6 the entire merge since I found the idol. And that's why I made sure to plant seeds with you, Q, before you flipped on me, and with you, Benji, to make sure I had access to the idol paper. And that's what got me through the Final 6 vote and locked my spot in the Final 4 with one challenge away from winning the final, or from getting to the end. But I actually had 2 chances to get to the end, and that was with Brenna. Because I deliberately set myself up as the right-hand man of the person with all the social connections so I could gain information in this game. If I was Brenna's shield because I took all the heat, she was my sword because I wielded those connections to figure out what was best for me in that moment. I knew that going to Final 4 with Brenna helped me get one more chance, and because she had promised me fire, and the reason I knew that she was telling the truth is because I promised her fire as well, and was telling the truth with that. I intentionally played a flashy game and controlled my own threat level in order to blind others like deer in my headlights. I did not try to go under the radar or beat the radar, I was the radar, and due to this strategy and my connections with others, I knew who was going home at every single tribal council. Whether directly or indirectly, you were all sitting there because of me, and I hope you respect my hustle. I put everything into this game, found all 4 idols available to me with over 130 miles of searching, obtained all the advantages in the game, had a large part in shifting the season when I needed to, was the strategic force behind a lot of moves, and played an all-star game that I am proud of. So thank you, and I hope you respect the game I played.
Alright, that is the jury question. Each one of the 10 of you probably has a question that asks a little bit more about your guys' game, personal, whatever. They want to get the answer out of you that convinces them on why you deserve to win. Let's start us off. Nathan, you're up first.
Alright guys, I just want to say congratulations to the 3 of you on making it to the final tribal. That's a big accomplishment in itself. I sat in that seat before, so I don't envy what's about to happen to you, but I wish you all luck. A lot of the jury has seen faults in y'all's games, and I just want you to have the chance to tell me why it was a fault, or why it was actually part of your strategy. Now, Derek, you played a flashy game, but you rubbed a lot of the jurors the wrong way with your antics and over-top performances. Brenna, we all know that you're a great social player, but how can you differentiate from the 2 allies that you sit next to? And Michaela, what was your thought process at the Final 5? You stated in Final 4 that you can't beat Brenna. You're sitting next to Brenna. So why not take that shot at Final 5 instead of Marco? Derek, we can start with you.
I realized that, Liam, you were coming after me. I had all the heat coming my way with the Ulizetsu and the touchy subjects plan that pretty much everyone was on board with. So I needed to do something to switch things up immediately, right? And that's when I had to start playing a flashy game because I was on the bottom. There's no question about that. So I had to actually do something. And for me, doing something was switching up my entire game. And that was going from trying to keep my chaos under wraps to really unleashing it. And that was what confused other players with the Final 6 idol bluff. It helped me bring in people who thought they could use me as a shield for a couple votes, and that's what I had to do to get a little further in the game.
Can you further your information on Lizette's vote when you had to get down on your knees and beg for Sophia's vote when you knew you had Alex's vote?
I didn't know I had Alex's vote because Alex, you were in a group chat with Michaela, Brenna, Lizette, and Marco, switching the vote constantly from Sophia and I to Hugh. Like the vote was constantly changing, and you were a part of that group chat, so I couldn't know. I didn't know if I could. I played that advantage on you to make sure the vote went the way I was planning for.
For me, yes, we're all social threats. This is all stars. We're all social threats. God, okay, I gotta be so respectful about this. I try to play the social threat in a way of like genuinely making everybody feel comfortable who worked with me. I love you guys. I feel like Derek played in a way that was like, you talk to Derek, you talk strategy. With Michaela, girl, you were my day one, but I feel like we never talked. With me, I try to like do check-ins with people, see how they were feeling. If their name was ever thrown out, I would shoot them a text. I'd be like, hey Marco, I know like you're the decoy vote right now. Like, how do you feel? Like, that must be so stressful. How do you feel? Let's talk it through. Maybe we can like change things. Like, I can work with you. And then same with Dylan. Dylan was the plan for so long. And I was like, dude, I want to play with this guy. Like, it's not all stars without Dylan. Let's see what we can do. I'll talk to you. I'll be there for you. So yes, I socialized and made connections, but I made people feel comfortable working with me.
For me at the final during the final 5 vote, I knew that Marco and Dylan were going to vote Brenna, and I knew that Derek and Brenna were going to vote Marco. And I thought one step further, and I was like, who would be easier to get out during the 4? And I didn't think that Dylan would vote for Marco. And I thought it would be a better chance of Derek voting for Brenna because I thought Brenna was such a bigger threat. Like, why wouldn't Dylan and Derek want to get Brenna out? I thought if I voted Brenna first and it was me, Marco, and Derek, that Dylan was not going to want to vote Marco. And I didn't think, and that they'd want to sit by Marco instead of, I thought Brenna would be easier to get out during the final 4.
Cool. Thank you, Nathan. All right, Joshua, you're up next.
Congratulations, you 3. Excellent work on your entire games. Pretty early on in the game and throughout the entirety of it, I had been pushing for people to start making plays, to start, breaking up dynamics of the game and, add some spice, if you will. So for each of the 3 of you, what would you say was your biggest play, which you were the direct sponsor of, each of you? I'll start with Michaela.
Okay, the one that I was really pushing for and the most happy kind of worked out my way is the Benji vote. When Benji got out, it was me, Brenna, and Marco, and then Hugh, Dylan, and Derek. And I was like, I feel so good with Marco and Brenna, and I was like, that secured me at least a tie. I feel like moving forward in the game, I feel like I could for sure get to final 5 when Benji went home with Dylan and Hugh voting for him.
Brenna.
For me, it was actually your vote. I'm so sorry. It was during the split tribal, and it was between you and Dylan at the time, and then I knew it was going to be Liam on the other side, and I was thinking, okay, what can we do to get the least attention from this vote and put the attention on their vote so that we just have an easy consensus vote. And we also called that morning. By the way, I'm sorry, I told you I'll update you if anything changes, and then I never updated you. I'm sorry. But you did inspire me to say Brenna, make moves, flip the vote, start making change. That was me making change, and I'm sorry. I did really want to work with Dylan because I feel like we connected from OG Gypsum. And so I talked to him that day, and I was like, Dylan, I want to work with you. I want to work with you and Hugh. Let's make something happen. I'm going to try to talk to Sophia, Derek, and Hugh. Hugh was pretty lenient on it. But I was like, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to cook. And then they were very hard to convince to turn it on to you. But I did it, and I convinced them, and we saved Dylan. Well, I saved Dylan.
Derek.
Alex, since the merge, I realized, and before the merge too, you were mad at me because I had Sophia over you, right? And at the party, I do remember the fight happening. So you were one of my targets going on for the entire time because I knew you were also closer to people like Hugh and Marco and Dylan. So at the final 9 came the perfect time to get you out. And that's because you were pushing for our side to vote for Sophia and your side, or that other side, to vote for me. So there was 9 people left, 4 on Sophia, 4 on Derek, and you were in the middle. And that's when I realized I need to combine both sides to get people like Sophia, Benji, and Brenna to all vote for you in a 4-3-2. And although it did not turn out as a 4-3-2, I played the idol and ensured you win by splitting the minority vote. And the only reason Brenna didn't vote with us is because I told her ahead of time that I was playing the idol. You were the person in the middle and the person that literally voted for me, so I knew I couldn't trust you at that moment, and you need to be the one going, because we were both fighting for you, so you had the most power in that moment.
Okay. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Liam, you're up next.
Some fuckers. I have made a lot of really bad moves. So, I'm going to ask you guys, what was your worst move, and how did you recover from it to still get to the end? Let's just start with Miguel.
My worst move, I would think maybe it would be you, but I think actually it was just the fact when it was Lizeth, I was just really relying on other people to pull through with that, for Lizeth not going home. And I feel like I got way too laxed after you went home because I had control when I was voting you. And I felt like I had so much trust in other people and I kind of let go. And after Lizeth and Alex, it really kind of shifted me back into gear to get my head back in the game, and I can't rely on anyone but me in that time.
For me, it was the Sophia vote. I hate double trouble, by the way. That is no, shit hit the fan too hard. So I admit during that one, I should have been way more vocal about who I actually wanted out that round instead of just going with the flow and pretending like I didn't have a preference, because it did end up being between Sophia and Derek, two of my close allies. And then ultimately I had to make a strategic decision of keeping Derek in the game over Sophia, but I admit I should have been way more vocal about who I actually wanted, because if I couldn't keep Chloe in the game, I really wanted to keep you in the game, and that's my bad. I'm sorry I couldn't be more vocal.
That is also my biggest regret, because it was immediately after the vote where I thought I had solidified alliance with you, Benji, and Sophia, and Brenna, but I thought that would be a power form moving forward. And because we didn't have enough time to strategize, I wasn't able to think on my feet and realize like I need to stick with this. None of us were budging, the three of us. I wanted to keep you in the game queue, Brenna wanted to keep Michaela, and Sophia wanted to keep Marco, and the least connected person we had more backing for us and you didn't, so it became you for the vote. And that is my big regret, but it still worked out for me tonight.
Hello everyone, congrats on making Final 3, very proud of you. So my first question is to Derek. Was your vote for Final 3 more logical or emotional?
I think it was a mixture of both. I knew that Dylan, you had support on the jury. I knew Brenna did as well, but this logical part of that came from, I did think Dylan had more locked in votes. The emotional part is I played almost all of the game with Brenna, and she's been a really big support system for me. And I do think outside the game, we were really close friends. And I knew that winning this game was not worth hurting her in that way, because we both talked the entire game about getting to the final two, or together.
Thank you. And Brenna, what do you feel like was a major risk you took in your game?
Oh God, working with this guy. Oh my God. Y'all don't know how hard it's been. The amount of time, I'm so sorry. The amount of times I've had to defend you and like get it off your back. First, okay, I had to do that with Liam a lot. Just, what's the deal with me aligning myself with like cocky players who like are making such big moves? I'm like, just a lot of defending, but I'm so glad I did, because it helps me get information in the game and be super insulated with both of them. That was a common factor. So definitely keeping this guy around, because not only was I stressed 24/7, worried about being potentially blindsided, but I'm still here, so I'm happy it went the way it went.
Thank you. And Michaela, how do you feel that your strategy was superior to the two people sitting next to you?
I feel like when I talk to people, I feel like people like really came to me to talk. Like people trusted me before I really got to like trust them. And I don't know if that's just because of my reputation. But I feel like when I got to talk to like a lot of people, like I feel like I really built a connection with them, and I felt like I really wanted to work with them, and that like came through in our conversation. That kept people like feeding back information when I give them information. So it was a very like dynamic relationship I feel like I had with everyone that I worked with.
Thank you, Lizette. Alex.
My question's an easy one. I just want to ask you, what was your biggest personal takeaway from this season compared to like the first time you played? Because I think you all did an amazing job and deserve to be there. So I just want to know what your biggest takeaway from this experience is. Michaela, do you want to start?
I feel like the fact that I can put myself first. I feel like when I first played, it was like friendship in games and it was a club, but like here, like it was really hard to vote out a lot of people, because you have to lie to people that you like working with. And I feel like voting out Marco was so hard, and like telling Brenna I'm writing her name down to vote her out when I was working through the whole game, like just the fact that I was able to like put myself first in a game where you're supposed to do that to win.
For me, it would be like you're allowed to have fun and be yourself, because I feel like leading up to the Liam vote, I wasn't completely myself at Tribals. I was very just like locked in, focused on getting through the vote and everything. But I mean, you saw me at Fire. Like, I think once I genuinely started focusing on like having fun, but also being like hella strategic, like that's when I cooked. So, oh, and personal takeaway from my season, I sucked my season. I didn't know anything about Survivor. So now I feel like I've been able to combine like socializing, but also strategy, and like combine those to like actually make it far in the game.
I think my biggest takeaway from the game is that beyond the game, these are still people that I'm good with. And although I played my heart out and I did lie, I did make moves, these are people that I still, after the fact, I know I'm going to be friends with after the season. A big part of my game came from Brooke's letter when she got voted out. And a large part of that was you need to, there's a club beyond this. And I do think although I said I was here to make friends and I made moves beyond that, I did make friends beyond the club.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Alex. Sophia, you're next.
First of all, congratulations. I think all three of you worked really hard to be where you're sitting, and I genuinely believe that whoever wins tonight is really deserving of it. My questions are for Brenna and Derek. I worked very closely with both of you. Brenna, my question to you is, I know you played a really strong social game, and I have a lot of respect for that. I need to know how you shifted the game when you needed it to be shifted, like to become exactly what you needed it to be, like what big plays. Derek, because I saw it firsthand, I know that you would not stop until a vote had the outcome that you needed, and you worked really tirelessly to make sure that the game was going how you needed it to be. But a winner needs to be well-rounded, and I need to know how your social game was a big part of your success.
I would say because of my socializing, I was able to lay the groundwork during like pre-merge when we had like those guaranteed gypsum wins, and so we didn't need to worry about like who's going next, because that's what I had to worry about my season. I literally had like a hit list. Sorry, Pratham. Or no, sorry, Amanda. But yeah, like this season I focused on like winning and then having fun and building those connections so that I could use those connections to build distrust between other relationships and get it off of my back. And so literally like down the line, I think like final freaking like 10 to 6 or something, I didn't really have a preference who went home in that order because they were all people that I saw as huge threats that I wanted to go anyways. So I was fine just taking a back seat and letting it ride out.
For my social game, I realized that it would be nearly impossible for me to have the same social game as Brenna. I couldn't have those connections with everyone, so I had to figure out what my social strategy could be to get me here tonight. And part of that came from challenge communication. I talked to Brenna at the tree puzzle challenge to make sure she was okay with me voting out Chloe, and that's how I knew I would be good working with her in the future. At the original swap tribe, I made sure to be open with all of my information to try to seem more trustworthy and like I was an open source that people could use. And with people like you, Sophia, I really liked using the scavenger hunts just to get to know you, have fun, and we hiked at 6 a.m. Or we would go ride the Mustang shuttle around, and Benji would talk so much about the game. Like, these are two important social connections because outside the game, I wanted to connect with you on a personal level because I had the most time with you in the game. And although I wasn't able to have that with everyone, I did still focus on important relationships that I knew would propel me further in the game.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Sophia. Benji, you're up next.
Congrats, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Farmers Market, shout out. It was a lot of fun watching all those 46 episodes with y'all. I remember we sat in those, not those chairs, but didn't work out 100%, but that's all right. But speaking of Final Threes, I was actually a little bit more curious on that. Brennan, you mentioned this a little bit, but I was wondering what each of your guys' ideal Final Threes were, what you did to get those people to there, and finally why you thought you could win in that Final Three combination. Anyone can go.
I could start. I feel like for a long time, my final three was Brenna and Marco, and I meant it. After Liam went home, that is who I wanted to sit with, and I genuinely believed that up until I had a realization of I want to sit by people who have different games than me, and I made sure that my close allies were with me because I could trust them, and having people you could trust is huge later on in the game. So I really made sure that they didn't go home before I could take them out.
For me, Michaela was always in mine, so it hurt when I found out I wasn't in hers at the end. But the other spot was very flexible, I would say. And eventually, it did come to a point where I wanted Derek, once we started working together. But besides that, I was flexible. At about Final 6, Final 5, I took a look at that group and I said, wow, I am so insulated in this game right now that honestly, I just need to get to the end and I'll go to the end with whoever wants to take me. And I felt good about my position in the game then.
My ideal final three was you, Benji, and Brenna. Brenna, very early on in the game, I think before the merge, we shook hands and we're like, final two, like let's do this. And I relied on that because I knew that she wouldn't shake hands on that unless she meant to. And then Benji, with you, I recognized that you had a lot of control with social connections, but you weren't using that control. And I thought that because I was making more moves than you, I would be able to beat you in the end.
Thank you, Benji. You. I have like 3 different questions, but Derek, I feel like your endgame relied so heavily on advantages, and I just want to know if that is true, if you were truly just like, I can find all these idols, I can rely on like production replanning all these idols. Can you kind of explain where your strategic and social game came into the play?
So although I did rely on idols with the idol buff, I knew at the final 6, Brennan would edge you out. I knew that I probably wouldn't be going at the final 6 anyway, because you were a bigger threat. And I had to make sure that the entire game, I was taking out your allies to make sure no one would risk your game, to risk their game to save you. And at the final 6, you were a buffer for me. When I needed you to be out instead of me, that's what happened. And I knew that even without that idol, I probably would be insulated with people like Brennan pushing for your name to go. And the bluff was also a sign of like advantage strategy because that was thinking outside the box. And although like I didn't get votes at the final 6, final 5, and final 4 tribal. I didn't rely on advantages or idols at the final 4 tribal. I relied on setting other people up as bigger threats before me, and that's why I didn't get votes there.
And then Brenna, obviously you had a lot of information and control socially, but I really want to know like how you used it. The jury kind of views you as being pushed around. Like at the Lizette vote, can you explain why that was good for your game? And at the Sophia vote, can you explain like why didn't you push for me? Because I know you wanted me out. Like why didn't you push for me there?
I didn't push for you at the Sophia vote because I was scared to throw a name out because I hadn't yet. And this whole game, I haven't been wanting to like be seen as a target. And so honestly, I was fine getting pushed around because I'm still here. And it meant that I didn't have to go home. And I feel like longevity has been so important to me. So yes, I wanted you out, but if I went for you, it would look bad for Derek. He would not trust me anymore. And then Dylan would come to me and be like, so I heard you're throwing Hugh's name out there. Like, there was too many loose ties, and I had to wait until he officially didn't trust you to go after you.
Can you explain the Lizette vote?
Oh, yeah. For that one, I knew he had the idol, and so I also knew that people were going for Lizette, and so I assessed like all the options, and I was like, okay, here's the thing. I'm fine with Lizette going. I'm fine with him going. And I knew Sophia had the least amount of votes, and that second to Derek, it would be Lizette. And that girl, oh my God. Second to me, I think she would be like the biggest social threat in the game, and I think she'd be sitting here right now. And I did not want to be a face behind like the vote that got her out, because that would make Marco sus of me. That would make Sophia sus of me. She had so many connections in this game that if I directly went for her, that would just screw me over.
And then Michaela obviously worked really close with Brenna in the jury's eyes. You guys played very similar games. Can you kind of differentiate your two games?
I feel like what's different than Brett, I feel like I was a little bit more cutthroat. Like with my conversations, like I kind of got to the point more like I would say a name, like I would give you feedback on what you were saying. If you had an opinion on someone, I feel like at least when I talked to Brett, it was a little bit more passive, and I feel like I played a much more forward front game when I was talking strategy with people.
Thank you. Congrats again. Congrats.
Thank you, Hugh. Marco. Next.
So kind of on the opposite of what Benji said, I want to know who you guys didn't want in your final 3s. Like, I feel like I made my enemies. Y'all probably had some enemies. Like, sitting in final 3, who did you guys fear the most having sit next to you? Or who would you guys have respected too much to just not want them there with you? Oh, starting with Galen.
Who I would, well, I feel like what I said, what I would want to sit by is people who played different games than me, and I think that I could win. And I didn't really want to sit by, honestly, Brenna or like close to the end, probably you, because I feel like we would have a lot of the same people voting for us. And like I feel like I explained that to Brenna, like why I wouldn't want to sit by you guys. And I feel like we just had worked with the same people, and like I want those votes for myself and like not for you too.
I also agree with what you said about like wanting to sit by people with different games than you, which is why he's here, like completely different games. But as far as like the jury and who I did not want to sit by, Lizette. She would out-social me any day, so I had to make sure, you're welcome, I had to make sure like she couldn't out-social like the social threat. And then honestly, probably Hugh and Dylan honestly, like the whole jury, I feel like I wouldn't be able to like beat any of you, except maybe Sophia and Marco, just because of that like newbie status. Again, I had to like feed off of perceptions, and I know like day one, I heard like Nathan or somebody say like, oh, sorry, it was somebody, it was like, oh, like we can't let a newbie win. So I was like, oh shoot, like final 3 with a newbie, but I also love you guys, like I would be fine with it.
At the final 5, I recognized I just needed to get to the end. And that's why I didn't want to sit next to you or Dylan. Because at the final 5, if you didn't go, you were less likely to flip and not vote me out at the final 4, because I thought Michaela was more likely to sway, and that's what she did to go for Brenna. So I didn't want to go to the end with you, because you were also targeting me the entire game, and I needed you out. And Dylan, you have a lock vote on the jury. That's something that I can't have. I need to have the votes free, so I can hopefully sway them with my speech.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, Marco. Dylan, finish us off.
Congrats y'all for making final 3. When I came into the season personally, I knew that I wanted to win this time, and one big part of winning is making sure, recognizing my mistakes from my first season and adjusting them for this time around so I don't repeat them. So I want to know, what did y'all think was your biggest mistake your first season, and then what you did this time to fix that? I'll try if you can go.
I feel like for my first season, I didn't make strong social connections. Like, it was my first time playing. I didn't really know how deep to dive when I was talking to people. And I also just happened to win 2 back-to-back individual immunities right when we got to the merge. So like, I feel like I had a target on my back, and no one really to back me up with that target. So I feel like I wanted to make sure this time I didn't have an immediate target on my back and had people to back me up in case it got there.
Well, my season, the idols screwed me over, so I wanted nothing to do with idols this season. Didn't even want that idea of it. But then also, my season, I feel like because of Charm Tribe, we just kind of like goofed off. And so yes, I had really strong social connections, but I was way too obvious about them. And so going into this one, literally from the start, I had a 1-2-3 alliance with Benji and Dylan, and then a 3-2-1 alliance with Liam and Michaela, but then also like alliance with her, alliance with him, like I had all of these, but I downplayed them so much that they didn't even know about it. And so, again, like I said in my opening speech, yes, I've been a social threat this time, but I've downplayed everything so that nobody would actually know who my connections were, unless, yeah, I played off of that one.
For me, I had 2 things my first season. I didn't make it far, and one of the things, I didn't meet up with people in person, so I couldn't tell when they were lying. So this season, I love to go whiteboard with people, figure out plans, because that helped me bond with them, bond in the game and out of the game. And my second thing was I thought way too far in advance. I was 1 week in, I was planning the final 3. I couldn't do that. You can't plan that far in advance, but you also can't plan the present. So this time, I wanted to find a middle ground where I could have backup plans in case I needed them, and I can think a few votes ahead where I need the game to go at that moment and how can I use that to get further.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry, for all your insightful questions. I'm sure that must have been very stressful for our final 3 here. We're going to give the final 3 one last chance, 90 seconds for closing argument. Let's start us off. Michaela, you're first.
Okay, I feel like something I need to make clear is my move at final 5. Like, I was nervous when Nathan asked, so I got kind of scared. But I really wanted to avoid a tie. Like, I didn't want to. I didn't want to go to fire and have it be out of my control. I really wanted to control during those votes. So what I knew was that I thought Brenna, after Marco in the foremost, was a big threat. We could all agree with Dylan and Derek to vote out. I thought the best chance of having a 3-1 vote in final 4 was going to be Dylan and Derek voting Brenna. Instead of keeping Marco, I did not think, Dylan, that you were not, like, you didn't keep Marco. So I was like, I thought in my mind, to avoid a tie, the best chance would be to bring Brenna in the end. I thought she had a bigger target on her back with a higher chance to win. So that's kind of clear why I did what I did there. But I wanted both of them out. And the fact that I did want them both out, I think also speaks to my game. Like, she wanted to sit next to me. Like, I didn't want to submit people who were like me in this game. I wanted to differentiate people, and I wanted to have my own game in the end. And I also just want to highlight that, like, I was a part of the club for 2 years. Like, I didn't know anyone. During Rite of Passage, they were like, oh, I had, like, a plan with her, him playing with him. Like, I was going to work with him. I was like, you guys were cool. Like, I didn't know you guys. I didn't know who to work with. Like, I worked with, like, I had Dylan and Joshua and on my season, but, like, not to an extent, and, like, working together. So I really made all of my relationships during this season, during these past 9 weeks, and, like, I grinded during these connections, which took me to the end, even though you guys have had connections for 2 years.
Thank you, Kayla. Brenna.
Sorry guys, you know I love my notes. Okay, going into All-Stars Legends Pursuit, I'm sure we all had something to prove. Most of you witnessed my season, and sure I was social, but I didn't have the strategy or willingness to take risks to back that up. This time around, all of the moves I made are built from the foundation I built in this game since day one. The foundation being the relationships I built with each and every one of you. As I positioned myself to be someone you could rely on in a game full of stress and chaos, I was the safe space. I may not have won individual immunity till the end, but I won over individuals. I outwitted, I outplayed, and most importantly, I outlasted by becoming the player I always knew I could be. So when you look at me, I hope you see an all-star who, despite all odds, made it to the end and can take on the title of Cal Poly Survivor All-Stars Legends Pursuit winner. I know it's not an easy decision, but like I've said and meant to many of you during the game, I trust you.
Thank you, Brenna. Derek.
The last time I played, I made it 1 week. So this time I wanted to take it all in. And I checked pretty much every item off my bucket list. I made it to the end, found idols and advantages and made moves. And I used others as buffers and shields and swords to pull off the biggest moves in the game. Played all 4 of those idols correctly in different ways, found and earned these advantages. Created some of the strongest social bonds with players in the game like Brenna, and intentionally played the biggest game by derailing every other player. I looked at my position and changed the season for everyone, reinventing the way this game can be played. This season is titled Legends Pursuit, and I played an all-star game centered around actively making the first move that would set me up to get to the end of the night. I controlled my own game and played a large part in you all being voted out, and I hope you vote me to represent this season of Cal Poly Survivor and recognize the impact I made throughout the time.
Thank you, Derek. Let's give a round of applause for our jury and our final video. Come on. I gotta say, that was probably the most intense, respectful final tribal council that we've had in a while. In just a moment, I'm gonna ask the jury one by one to go and vote. You are gonna cast your vote for a winner. Write down the name on the parchment you want to see be the representative of this season of Cal Poly Survivor Legends Pursuit. As for one of the 3 of you, Michaela, Brenna, Derek, after 9 weeks, one of you is finally going to achieve the goal of pursuing to become a legend in this whole club, in this entire season, and one of you is about to be crowned the sole survivor of Cal Poly Survivor Legends Pursuit. We're going to give you guys a minute to collect your thoughts, jury, and then we'll start the vote. All right, well, it's been a stressful final tribal council, but it is finally time to bring this intense season to an end. For the last time this season, it is time to vote. Dylan, you're off. I gotta say, this has been one of the most hectic and craziest seasons of Cal Poly Survivor I have ever witnessed. Countless blindsides, insane plays. I'm so glad that all of you guys got a chance to be a part of this season. Thanks to production as well. Shout out to all of you guys for helping me produce this season. Shout out to the jury, finalists, even pre-mergers as well. And our audience at home that is watching this on YouTube, and the audience here that's supporting their friends and family. It is finally time to come for all to come to an end. Michaela, Brenna, Derek, tonight you want to see your name on the urn. That counts as a vote for you to win. Whoever has the most votes will be counted as the winner of Cal Poly Survivor Legends Pursuit. With that being said, for the last time this season, I'll read the votes. First vote, Brenna. Michaela. 1 vote Brenna, 1 vote Michaela. Derek. That's 1 vote Brenna, 1 vote Michaela, 1 vote Derek.
What did it say?
2 votes Michaela, 1 vote Brenna, 1 vote Derek. Brenna, that's 2 votes Brenna, 2 votes Michaela, 1 vote Derek. Derek, we are all tied again. 2 votes Michaela, 2 votes Brenna, 2 votes Derek. Brenna, that's 3 votes Brenna, 2 votes Michaela, 2 votes Derek. Michaela, that's 3 votes Michaela, 3 votes Brenna, 2 votes Derek. Michaela, that's 4 votes Michaela, 3 votes Brenna, 2 votes Derek, 1 vote left. For the first time ever in Cal Poly Survivor history, at a final tribal council, we have a tie. So, here's what's gonna happen. Brenna, Michaela, congratulations. You've done whatever you had and what it needs to take to convince these jury members on why you deserve to win this game. Derek, unfortunately, this does officially make you the 19th person voted out of this game and the 11th and final member of the jury. However, this also means that you are about to make the most critical decision in this season of Cal Poly Survivor. In just a minute, I'm going to ask you to take the urn, go back into the voting group, and vote for a winner between either Michaela or Brenna. Whoever Derek ends up voting for to win this season will be crowned the official sole survivor of Cal Poly Survivor Legend Pursuit. Can you take a minute, Derek? All right, Derek, grab the urn, go cast your vote.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The only lie I told you in this game is that I would never write your name down, because I'm doing so tonight because you deserve this win. You've put everything into this season, and I'm so proud to call you the winner of Cal Poly Survivor Legends Pursuit. You pursued legendary status, and you played the best game. And although I wish this was me, you encompassed outwit, outplay, and outlast. I'm not gonna slam you this time.
I don't think there's any point in further delay. I'll read the final vote of the season. The winner of Cal Poly Survivor Legends Pursuit, Brenna. Jerry, come on down. Give them a hug. Well, we just finished filming Season 5 of Cal Poly Survivor. I gotta say, it's one of the craziest seasons we ever had. If you think you have what it takes to outwit, outplay, outlast the rest of the competitors here, and you want this to be your night for a whole entire quarter, sign up in the link in our bio in our Instagram page. I hope to see you guys there. As your bougie Jeff Probst, signing out.